took you 1 minute and 45 seconds longer than it should have. I have news. Apparently, Madame Muriel thinks it would be wise for me to take you along to the room of the Countess when I get her ready for bed. I do not know. Usually I would strongly protest such a decision. With your 3 weeks of training and the fact that you are still a human being, it would be considered an insult to send someone like you to such an important countess. But Madame Muriel is incapable of making unwise decisions, so I trust her judgment. Or perhaps the Countess herself had a say in this, but I doubt it. You are terribly unprepared for the situation, but I will try my best to help you. Here's what's going to happen in about 20 minutes and 43 seconds. You and I will leave this room together quietly. You will follow directly behind me. You do not look at anyone. You do not speak to anyone. We are hiding in the shadows. There are quite a few high-rank lords and ladies in the building, and we are supposed to be unnoticeable. When we reach the east wing, you will enter the chamber of the Countess behind me. I will step in front of the Countess, and you will go to the back of the room. You do not immediately sit down. You wait until I bow, then you bow, yes, even if you are standing behind her. And only after you have bowed, you sit down. And then you will watch what I do, carefully and quietly. I am afraid you underestimate the Countess. What exactly do you know of her? That would explain your lack of fear when it comes to our dear Countess. Have your parents ever told you the stories of the Westland porcelain dolls? Well, they should have. These are not simply stories. Those dolls they talk about are vampires. Albino vampires, to be exact. Much, much stronger and faster than normal vampires. Brutal, cold, and deadly. Our dear Countess Ilaria is one of them. She can sit at a table with a glass of fine wine in her hand, a smile on her face, and be torturing 100 people in the meantime, and you wouldn't notice a thing. They have extremely heightened senses to a point where talking with a normal voice might hurt them, so you do not want to try that unless you like never-ending torture. You'll also notice that there is a certain stillness about them. That is why these stories about those dolls came to be in the first place. People often thought them to be statues. There are stories about them destroying big cities and leaving no one alive. These stories are actually about an ancestor of our Countess. So I hope I have made it very, very clear that you should not get in trouble with her, not provoke her in any kind of way. However, if you want to try that, I would very much enjoy seeing that. You seem to misunderstand me. I do not dislike you because you are human. I was once a human too. I dislike you because you do not seem to take this as seriously as you should. Look, I know what it's like in the beginning. You resent your parents for giving you away to a vampire household to work as a servant. It hurts. Even if they do it because they know you will be safe and protected there, as long as you behave, it still hurts. But now, your whole family is under the protection of our Countess. And I don't think you understand what it means to be under the protection of an albino vampire. Their mutations make them stronger than any other vampires. They have better senses, better strength, better physique. You and I and all the other servants were personally chosen to serve her. Do you have any idea how many humans would kill to work in this household, to be protected by our mistress? You need to accept the fact that your life here will be so much better than your human life ever could be. Work hard, carry yourself with elegance and dignity, rise to my rank to be turned into a vampire, and accept this as your new life. This is a good thing. You just have to start seeing it as that. And if I do see you working hard, then I have no reason to dislike you anymore. There's no need for us to be enemies. Good. I hope your actions will speak louder than your words, though. Now, you are not going to be able to take care of the Countess herself anytime soon. But I want you to pay attention anyway. Whenever I take care of the lady's hair, I do not touch her face or her skin in general. I only sometimes put my hand on top of her head, but that is it. Their skin is very, very sensitive. So if a moment ever comes when you get close to her and work on her hair perhaps, do not touch her skin unnecessarily. I brush her hair with 2 different brushes and have 1 extra comb. When I'm almost done, I look at the ends of her hair and make sure that they are soft. Their hair breaks very quickly, but also grows very quickly, so it often needs to be trimmed. Pay extra attention to that. If there actually comes a day when you are allowed to take care of the lady's hair, I will give you very specific instructions. This is only to give you an idea. Right. Are you ready then? And like I said, if I see that you work hard, perhaps we could even become friends. Well then, follow me.